far in this president has been a definition of culture. When Dr. Marchini talked about children walking through the hallways with a smile on their face, children even when they perhaps have done something that they shouldn't have done, coming to the office and receiving discipline and leaving the office, they're okay. We're talking about culture. When Dr. Early talks about remediation and talks about data collection and talks about teachers getting involved with students who don't score proficient and coming up with creative ways to try to remediate, we're talking about culture. We're talking about culture sitting in this room. Culture is ever present. It is what is. It is exactly what we do, when we do it, and how we do it. We have in the high school right now a program that reads culture. But I would be highly remiss if I said to this group today that we defined or developed this program of culture if I didn't give full credit to Dr. Forrest. Dr. Forrest began making sweeping changes to this school district 3 years ago. If you remember 3 years ago, this statement, we need to get the right people on the bus. What Dr. Forrest was talking about is culture. We needed to get the right people on the bus. People that had an understanding, people that could share her vision of a culture that would place educational emphasis above all other agendas and priorities. It wasn't happening. But she was going to make it happen. Then during her second year of administration, I'll never forget, Dr. Forrest determined that the overall school culture and commitment to academic excellence for all students within this district was okay. As a matter of fact, she said it was good. But you know what? She said it's not great. It was good but not great, and she declared that this district needed to set their sights higher and move this school district from good to great. Do you remember that saying? Good to great. After successfully addressing the intense complications that come from such dramatic change efforts and putting forth the hard work necessary to establish those first 2 years of her administration, Dr. Forrest felt the district was now in a position finally to address the development of a district culture that was truly capable of becoming a child-focused culture. A culture that could be measured and evaluated. A culture that could be identified, developed, manipulated, nurtured, and truly a child-focused culture for all of our students. Get the right people on the bus. Get in and turn goodness into greatness through hard work and commitment. And then find a way to turn this into a child-centered culture. When Dr. Forrest goes out, this just kills me. Never seen anything like it. When Dr. Forrest goes out week in and week out to every single school in our district and spends all of that time in our elementary schools, our middle schools, and our high school, when she interacts with our children, our teachers, our administrators, our cafeteria workers, our janitors, our secretaries, what is she doing? And then when Dr. Forrest returns to her home late at night and begins a journal that takes half the evening to put together notes and sends that journal out to every member of this community, what is she doing? How many of you read it? I'll tell you what she's doing. She's reading the culture. She's reading the culture of this district. She wants to make sure that the right people are on the bus. She wants to make sure that every individual in every school in this district is not just good, but they're great, and they're offering greatness to the children that we service. And most importantly, she wants to make sure that every individual in this district, janitor, security, school board member, administrator, cafeteria worker, is child-focused, has a smile on their face, endears and loves the children that we have the privilege to service. Every single day, Dr. Forrest is asking each of us in so many different ways and methods, how can we make Owen J. Roberts School District better today than it was yesterday for all of our students? Every time I see her, every time I feel her, that's the message I have. How can I, John Barr, how can we, the high school administration, make Owen J. Roberts better today than it was yesterday? When school board members make decisions on behalf of this district, how can they make decisions that will make Owen J. Roberts better today than it was yesterday for all of our students? It's a simple philosophy. It's one that Dr. Forrest has brought to this district, and I thank God that she has. For 25 years, some of you know me, some of you don't, I have worked on changing school culture. I have never, in 25 years, after having worked with some brilliant people, I have never met anyone as dedicated, committed, and loving as our superintendent. And again, I thank God that I've had the opportunity to work with her. That's what culture is all about. Thank you.